After logging in, look for the propension or sensation. Digestive clash. Coffee contains up to 26 locked-in choices. 0.5. The earthen pot. Whether shaped as a spherical maca for storing drinking water, a long-necked surahi, or a deep-burned, uncoated clay handy used for cooking traditional dishes, is a marvel of ancient engineering. For centuries, these vessels have served as natural refrigerators and cooking mediums across the Indian subcontinent. Their efficacy, however, is heavily dependent on their porous nature. When an earthen pot becomes contaminated by unwashed hands, saliva, or oils, it does not just become dirty in a superficial sense, its fundamental physical and chemical mechanisms are severely disrupted. Understanding why contamination ruins an earthen pot requires looking at the vessel through both a scientific lens, involving fluid dynamics, thermodynamics, and microbiology, and a cultural lens that emphasizes hygiene and purity. Here is a comprehensive breakdown of the science, the consequences of contamination, the cultural context, and the exact methods required to maintain and restore these traditional clay vessels. The anatomy of an earthen pot and the science of cooling. To understand why contamination is so destructive to an earthen pot, you first have to understand how the pot works. The magic of unglazed terracotta lies entirely in its microscopic architecture, the microscopic matrix. When clay is fired in a kiln, the moisture trapped within the raw earth evaporates, leaving behind a complex network of thousands of microscopic pores and capillary channels. These pores act as a bridge between the interior of the pot and the external environment. If a pot is glazed or painted with synthetic enamels, these pores are sealed, rendering the pot useless for cooling. This is why high-quality, deep-burned uncoated clay is highly sought after not just for water storage, but also for cooking rich dishes like biryani or fish curry, as it allows the vessel to breathe. The thermodynamics of evaporative cooling. When you fill a maca with water, the water does not simply sit passively inside. Through capillary action, the water slowly seeps through the microscopic pores, traveling from the inside of the vessel to the outer surface. Once the water reaches the exterior surface, it comes into contact with the warm ambient air. To transition from a liquid state to a gaseous state, vapor, the water molecules require energy. This energy is known as the latent heat of vaporization, represented in physics by the equation, where $Q$ is the heat energy absorbed, $M$ is the mass of the evaporating water, and $L_V$ is the specific latent heat of vaporization. The water extracts this required heat energy directly from the clay walls and the bulk water stored inside the pot. As the heat is pulled away, the temperature of the water inside the pot drops significantly, providing naturally chilled drinking water even during the peak of an intense Indian summer. This continuous cycle of seepage and evaporation is the lifeblood of the earthen pot. The mechanics of contamination, a scientific perspective. When an earthen pot is handled with unwashed hands, or when someone drinks directly from the rim, or uses a contaminated cup, foreign substances are introduced into the clay's delicate ecosystem. Because the pot is fundamentally a sponge made of earth, it absorbs these contaminants just as easily as it absorbs water. Lipid and protein blockages. Human skin naturally secretes sebum, an oily substance that protects the skin. Furthermore, hands that have recently been involved in cooking or eating Indian cuisine may carry microscopic traces of ghee, mustard oil, turmeric, and other fats. When you touch an earthen pot with unwashed hands, these oils and lipids are transferred to the exterior of the vessel. Because oil and water do not mix, they are immiscible. The lipids form a hydrophobic, water-repellent barrier over the microscopic pores. Saliva acts in a similar manner. It contains mucins and proteins that dry into a microscopic film over the clay. The spread of bacteria and germs. The human mouth and hands host billions of microorganisms. When a pot is contaminated via direct contact, these bacteria are transferred to the porous surface. Deep penetration. Unlike a stainless steel or glass vessel where bacteria sit on a smooth, impermeable surface, the bacteria on an earthen pot migrate into the microscopic pores. The perfect incubator. The environment inside the clay walls is dark, continuously damp, and slightly cooler than room temperature, an absolutely ideal breeding ground for microbial life. Biofilm formation. Once inside the pores, bacteria begin to secrete a sticky, extracellular matrix known as a biofilm. This biofilm anchors the bacteria deep within the clay, making them incredibly resistant to being flushed out by simply rinsing the pot with water. The difficulty of ordinary cleaning. If you contaminate a metal cup, you can easily scrub it with dish soap. If you attempt to use modern liquid dish soap on an earthen pot, you will cause a secondary form of contamination. The unglazed clay will absorb the chemical surfactants, artificial fragrances, and foaming agents from the soap. The next time you fill the pot, these chemicals will leach back into your drinking water, making it taste like detergent and potentially causing gastrointestinal distress. Therefore, ordinary cleaning methods are completely ineffective and often harmful for clay vessels. Reduced cooling capacity, the cessation of evaporation. This is often the first noticeable sign of a contaminated pot. When the pores become clogged with lipids from unwashed